All right, you're on Redbubble, you're on TeePublic. All right, you're on Redbubble, you're on TeePublic, you're on Merch by Amazon. You just uploaded a design. You're so excited. You're going to make some sales. Hold on. What happens when your design gets pulled? It's getting reviewed. Now you're getting your account banned. Well, in this video, I've got 3 tips that are going to help you stay out of legal trouble. These 3 tips mean you can upload with confidence so you will not get your account banned. Let's go. Okay, so I'm just going to use Redbubble here as the examples. So just because it's the easiest interface, I think, but this also applies to Etsy, TeePublic, Merch by Amazon, all of those platforms. So here I'm on Redbubble and I've typed in NFL, I get back 31,000 results. Now there's a myth out there that if you don't use the NFL's logo, that you're not trademark infringing. That's not true. There's another myth out there that if you don't use the person's face, well, that's not in trademark infringement. That's not true. Every single one of these designs is trademark infringed, except for the football. The football is just a regular football. Bill Belichick's likeness is trademarked. The NFL's logo is trademarked. Patrick Mahomes, the number 15 with those colors, yes, you heard me right, the colors, red and that very specific orange and white, that combination is trademarked. So again, I'm not a legal lawyer, okay? So if there's some legal expert out there saying, actually, clause 3.7, look, big picture, you can't use items that the average consumer would think is associated with that intellectual property. So removing Tom Brady's face, the average consumer would think that's a Tom Brady sticker. And oh, well, we haven't put Tom Brady's name in the logo, in the description. It doesn't matter. The average person buying this is going to be buying it because it's Tom Brady. That's infringement. Here's another one. Spider-Man. I typed in Spider-Man, 8,200 results. So here we've got Spider-Man pointing. This one is just a matter of time. It will get banned. This one here, Tom Holland as Spidey. Well, there's no face on it. It doesn't matter. Now, it is a judgment call, okay? Here's an example of one where there's a judgment call. Classic web head mask. Is this Spider-Man? Well, it doesn't say it. Is it Spider-Man? There's no eyes. So this is one where you might be able to sneak it through, okay? So I do want to be honest with you. This one is probably gets through. If I was the Marvel lawyer, I'm looking at it going, can we prove that this is Spider-Man? No. This one we can definitely prove it's Spider-Man. I mean, it's, these are obviously Spider-Man designs. I mean, there's the, Miles Morales' logo and all that stuff. So to me, I would just recommend, if you want to get banned, use these. If you don't want to get banned, just avoid these like the plague. Here's another one, Mickey Mouse. This is, I think, a really fascinating example. There's no face. It's just hands. Is that trademarked? Minnie Mouse. There's no face. We're not using the words Minnie Mouse. We just have classic mouse. Well, again, these are judgment calls, and they're judgment calls by Redbubble. It's their site. So if Disney decides to launch a strike against these people, Redbubble's going to take it down in 1 millisecond. So my argument is, don't even budge up against the border of whether these are acceptable or not. Just avoid all of these. To me, these are just obvious trademark infringed, even if somebody somewhere disagrees and says, well, I think that every cartoon person's allowed to have those hands. It's not up to me, and it's not up to you. It's up to Redbubble, and it's up to whoever launches that strike and says, I think, I'm Disney's lawyer, I think that's a trademark infringe. That's it. It's over. Now, you can always countersue, but I mean, good luck. For this next example, I just went onto Google and I typed in BAE, B-A-E, t-shirt, and I just hit images. BAE, best dad ever. Doesn't even make any sense. B-D-E, okay. BAE, black and educated. At least the letters line up. Okay, best aunt ever. That's one I've seen before. Don't bay me. By the way, guys, the word bay, B-A-E, that's a registered trademark. So my point is, it's not necessarily intellectual property the way Spider-Man or Superman or the NFL is, but I go onto this website called Justia Trademarks. I type into the search phrase BAE, it's registered. It's registered to a person. It's a attorney name. It is a active trademark. So the reason I bring up this example, I actually had this happen to me. When I first started out, feels like a million years ago, one of my first designs I ever uploaded was this type of t-shirt. BAE, it was best anti ever, had a heart, I got banned. I got in my account banned. And it was in part because of that, because I didn't know. So I didn't go to Justia. So here's my tip is go to a website like trademarks.justia.com and type in your search term. The other thing you can do is just go to Google and type in, is BAE trademarked? So I'll just do that right now. Is BAE trademarked? It says right here, BAE is a registered trademark of BAE Systems. Here's the BAE trademark that I found. And there's other ones that come up as well. So you don't have to use Justia, but you should use something so that you can double check it and go, man, it's registered. It's not an abandoned trademark. This is active. And there's many, many examples of where you have text sayings that you think are totally safe. Check the trademarks first on phrases and words. Okay, so for the third example here, I'm on TeePublic, and I'm using The Scream. I've typed that into the search window, and that's a very famous painting. Here's pretty much what the painting looks like. It's this little dude here screaming, and you can see there's multiple. Now, The Scream is a public domain picture. The picture itself is so old that there's no copyright on it. And so you'd think, well, I can just upload that picture as is, and I'll be fine. After all, it is public domain. Be aware that if you upload the exact same design as somebody else, whoever uploaded it first could, and I use that in big capital letters, could issue a copyright strike against you. So for example, let's pretend this person uploaded it first. And let's pretend this other person uploaded the exact same design. I know the contrast is a bit different, but let's pretend it's the exact same. This first person could say, hey, I've already uploaded that. I have the copyright on it. They send it to TeePublic, and all TeePublic's going to do is look and see which one of these two uploaded it first. That's it. They don't really know or care if it's public domain. So they're just going to go, oh yeah, this guy uploaded it first. Sorry, this guy, strike. Here's another example. I'm on TeePublic here, and you can see here there's an Apollo 11 mission patch. I really like this design. I actually put it on a clock recently, and it's hanging up in my house. When I go to NASA on the Commons, that's where I pulled the image from. It's a public domain image. So here's the Apollo 11. You scroll on down, and you can see here it is no known copyright restrictions right there. This is a public domain design. Anybody could print it for any reason. However, that's not the reason that one of these two could get a copyright strike. Copyright strike is different than just being allowed to use a public domain image. If these were the exact same, and they're not, there's text underneath it, but if these were the exact same, one of them could try to get the other one banned. So the trick, the third tip I've got is to make it slightly different. This one obviously is one of the best-selling designs, so this guy was smart enough to go, well, I'm going to put a phrase underneath it. I'm going to put the names of the astronauts and a banner. This is actually a really nice design. It's even weathered. We scroll on down and we can see here's another one. Apollo 11, different font. It's got the actual date. So they're trying to make it different. And that's the key. This is just as is. That one's taken. You got to design it somehow a little bit differently. So I hope that helps. 3 quick tips to avoid getting banned. Don't just upload a public domain image. Do not take advantage of trademarks, and do not just upload text all willy-nilly, because you may be unpleasantly surprised that somebody somewhere owns the trademark, and there's some really random stuff that people own trademarks to. I hope you guys found that helpful. Have a great day, everybody. As always, please do hit that like button. That really helps spread the word to other people who may be interested, and we can keep our accounts and we can have some fun as artists, as we should. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Have a great day.